Okay you guys, so in advance before I even start this video, I have to let you know that I forgot to plug my mic in for the whole duration of this video. It's a really good one, so I do want you to see it. I hope you don't mind. Apologies for an odd audio. I hope you enjoy regardless. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be putting to the test the very famous Juno & Co microfiber fusion sponge, and I will be creating this makeup look. So if you would like to know whether the Juno & Co can give you 50% more full coverage, and if you would like to see a tutorial for this look, then just keep on watching. Alright, before I test out the fuzzy sponge, I'm going to do my eye makeup, my brows, then we're going to do the base. I want a very simple makeup look and I'm going to cheat. I love cheating in makeup, and I'm going to use some tape. I can live with that. I'm going to start off with my brows. I'm taking an angled brush, an eyeliner pomade in blonde, and I'm filling my brows in. By the way, if you can hear music in the background, I do apologise. As you can imagine, everyone's home. My sister's listening to music. My brother is playing games in the background. And it's just overall really loud in the house. How are you doing, by the way? I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is healthy. But let's not talk about very depressing, sad stuff. Let's just do some makeup, put a smile on our face. Makeup always makes me feel better, so that's why I always do it with a smile on my face. I'm going to prime my lids with the Collection Lasting Perfection in Zero, one of my favourite concealers, and it works so bloody well as an eyeshadow base. And for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to take an oldie but a goodie, one of my all-time favourite palettes, the Be Perfect Carnival palette. This is an OG. This is what started the makeup colour revolution, and I love it so much. I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into Naked, tap a lot of that eyeshadow off, and dip into Basic as well. So I'm mixing the two shades. I'm going to go kind of straight from my tape onto my eye. The makeup is going to be simple yet effective. And then once almost everything is off that brush, I'm going to start to blend everything in. So I'm using the residue to kind of blend everything in. And I didn't set my base because I want this to stick to it nicely. And because there isn't a matte white, I'm just going to take a little bit of my translucent powder on the same brush and then just set everything else. Now I want to start deepening that winged smoky wing effect. I'm taking a fluffy pencil brush. It's just ever so slightly smaller than my blending brush. I'm going to dip into Liqueur. It's like a browny purpley shade. With the very tip, I'm starting to deepen this area. Okay, and once that is softly kind of applied on the outer corner there, I'm taking that blending brush and just really blending that in. I'm also going to take a little bit of Basic, tapping off the excess and going on top, and then one more application of Liqueur. Unfortunately, there isn't a black in this palette. That's a bummer. Actually, let's try my technique of foiling the matte shadow. Okay, let's try one of my favourite techniques, you know, spraying the brush with some water or a setting spray. Focusing that closer to the tape. I'm taking that blending brush with a little bit of Liqueur. So I always just apply, blend, apply, another layer, blend. I like that technique the best, honestly. Some people like to do a reverse where they start with the darkest shade and then blend it out with lighter ones. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of black, just because I want to. You don't have to. I'm going to dip into Temptress from the Jaclyn Hill palette, adding that close to the lash line and the tiniest bit. Again, a little bit of liqueur on my blending brush. Blendy, blendy. And then something I like to do with pretty much all of my makeup, I'm taking a clean blending brush and I'm giving it a final blend, especially the very edges. I'm taking a little bit of my powder, cleaning up the inner portion, because I want this to be like a gradient. Right, let's see. Oh yeah. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright, let's do the other eye off camera and I will be right back. Okay, the other eye is done. The eyes are almost done. What I added here on this eye is a little bit of like liner effect. So I'm going to do it on the other side. I'm taking a little bit more black and I want to do a half liner. I'm stamping this on my top lash line. From the middle out, I'm blending that in. I don't want a winged liner. I want like a smoky situation. And now the real reason why you clicked on this video, the fuzzy sponge. Oh my god, it's so soft. So I recently bought the Juno & Co. a microfiber fusion sponge. I know I'm late to the party, but I wanted to try this out for ages, pretty much immediately after Nikkie Tutorials reviewed it, but it was like sold out and then I forgot about it, and then I was on Beauty Bay and realized they were selling this. I was like, that's going straight into my basket. Use this sponge wet or dry to apply makeup products, liquid foundation, concealers, contour, blush, highlighters, loose powders, powder foundation. Tips: spritz your favorite prep or setting spray onto the sponge for a dewy finish. Use the Juno sponge for different makeup products and application methods. And on the back of the package that it came in, it says, achieve the ultimate in foundation coverage with this makeup brush plus blender fusion sponge. Save 50 more makeup product and spend 50% less time applying with our innovative design, perfect for blending in all formulas. That sounds so strange, but I'm gonna give it a try. When I read that, like 50% more coverage, blah blah blah, I was like, will this give me more coverage than my regular sponge? Well, let's find out. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Weightless Foundation. I did a wear test on this. It'll be in the cards. I usually squeeze out about that much of the foundation for my whole face, maybe even a little bit more. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the amount that I usually do and then basically see if I've got 50% left. I'm going to apply the foundation with the regular sponge on one side, and my favorite is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexions sponge, and as you can see it's more of a medium coverage, but the issue with using sponges is that you can literally see has soaked up some of the product. So the technology in the Juno & Co. is, I think it's velvet. It doesn't actually penetrate through as quickly. Let's try it. At least with the Real Techniques sponge, I can see that I'm building going on top of the same area, but I used up all of my foundation. I'm taking about half of another application's worth. Really like the shape of it. It doesn't push the foundation into the skin as nice. The foundation sits on the skin. Did it give me more of a full coverage? Maybe a little. For foundation, I do prefer like a regular sponge rather than the fibery thing. Let's try concealer, because it says concealers, blushes, powders, so I'm going to try everything. For my under eye concealer, I'm going to take Collection Lasting Perfection, and again I'm going to use this Juno & Co. sponge on this side and then the regular sponge on the other. Ooh, I do prefer the Juno & Co. for the concealer. Okay, that was good. That is nice. Before I powder, I'm going to do cream contour, and I'm going to use my usual Revolution matte base concealer. I'm not going to judge it too harshly if it doesn't work. I do prefer to use a brush for this. It's picking up my foundation a little bit, so my usual expert face brush. And because I want to be a little bit more contoured, I'm going to take the Revolution Fast Base Foundation in F14. This is a little bit more cool toned. Time for powder. I do use a sponge for my under eye powder. I don't bake. Actually, you know what? Let's demonstrate. The regular sponge, and it is still damp. I pick up some of my powder. This is RCMA. And then I just add the tiniest bit, and I bounce that wet sponge on top so it doesn't seem, it's not like really powdery. So I'm going to be surprised if this beats it, because it's like already kind of dry. That's the only issue I have with it. It's like, it feels wet when I rub it on my skin, but I don't know, it somewhat feels dry as well. See? Immediately I picked up pretty much the same amount of powder on both of the sponges, and then this already looks so much more dry, and this wins because pat 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 pat, and all that excess is taken off. For my blush, I'm going to take Revolution Patricia Bright Trio, and this is the Moonlight Glow. It's so like natural looking. Do I want to use this highlighter? I'm not feeling that. You know what I am feeling? The Jaclyn Cosmetics, and this is Extra. I'm going to finish off my eyes, and for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to start off with, let's try Pink Me. You could even put this all over, you know, in that space there. Because I can't decide whether I want something on my lower lash line or not, I'm going to do my mascara and apply falsies, and then we shall see. It's simple yet effective, especially with the fact I want to do a bold lip. I think it goes. For my bold lip, I kind of want to recreate that liqueur shade from the Carnival palette, and I feel like it's a mixture of like a brown and a red and a little bit of purple. So I'm going to take the Jeffree Star Unicorn Blood liquid lipstick and mix it in with a little bit of I'm Royalty. Ooh. And the last and final touch I want to do is give myself a mole. The hardest part is, where do I put the mole? You know? And I think I might put it here. Is that too small? I don't know why, but I'm doing it. Okay guys, so that is it. This is the final look I created today. However, that's not what the video is about. Today I really wanted to test the Juno & Co sponge, or what is it called? What's the full name? Juno & Co microfiber fusion sponge. I really wanted to try that out today. However, honestly, it's not as amazing as people make it out to be. I prefer the regular sponge. I actually really like this for concealer. However, on daily basis, I'm not gonna have two tools. I know I could just wet them at the same time, but like, you know, I'm gonna use it because I have it, but will this replace my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge? No, it's not. That's my 2 cents. I hope you have enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for stopping by. It means so much to me that you are here. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. I hope to see you next time.